Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dalton Blunt, and today, as you can tell by the title down there, I'm talking about the Uber drivers that I saw while I was in Chicago. Yes, that is actually why I didn't upload all the way until Sunday. I feel super bad about that, maybe if you even noticed, because you honestly probably didn't, because most people don't care about me, but whatever. So yeah, I was in Chicago for a while, doing my whole thing, because you know, I love cities, so we went to Chicago for the week, well not the weekend, but for like 2 days, took a train there. I don't recommend a train. I feel like that's terrible to say, like do it once like I did, but then after that, don't do it because that was slower than an actual turtle. So yeah, train was a okay experience. I sat by a stranger both times, and then the second time when I was going home, a woman told me her entire life story, but you know, I was okay with it because I'm a listener anyways, but whatever. So I'll get into what you guys came here for, my Uber story time, my first time Ubering. It was an experience. So the first time really wasn't that weird. I mean, we got a pretty normal person, probably in like his 30s or something, had lived in Chicago essentially his entire life. But then after that, it got like stranger and stranger. So like the second or third person we got was like, I don't know if he was like elderly. I'm assuming he was. He looked like he was like 50 or something and smoked a pack every day. And I know that sounds terrible, but I bet he probably does smoke. Because a lot of people there, for some reason, smoked. And I didn't know this, but apparently the guy that was driving us that time didn't even have teeth. Like, and you could not understand anything he was saying. It was almost just like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. And a couple of times we had to ask him to say stuff over again just to make sure we were even going to the right place. So, like a couple of times it even sounded like he was just speaking in a foreign language, and I'm just like, excuse me, can you say that again? Because I didn't quite get that. Honestly, I thought I was gonna have to pull out some of my Spanish or French language skills because things were getting that difficult. And I have no idea whether this video is gonna be interesting or not. I just don't even really have any ideas. I was legit, before this, gonna make a video about how I had no ideas. That is how out of it I am. Like, please, suggest some things in the comments for me because my brain is just poop right now. Like, legit, my entire body's just messed up too, because fair was yesterday, and I did not eat very good, and I'm actually probably going to die, so you know. Oh, yeah, back to the story time, duh, what we're doing the video about. So, the last driver that we got that was taking us back to the train station on our last day was this like 20-year-old person that had basically only lived there for 5 years, so I don't know how he knew his way around at all. Yeah, we just basically like talked to him about the whole like his life thing. Nobody too weird popped up this entire time except for the elderly man who like told us about his divorce and his children and the struggles he was going through, and we could barely understand him because he did not have teeth, which I get, like maybe he can't afford dentures, but you know, like still quite an interesting thing to see. So I'm just gonna put in like one little like thing, like gross thing about when we were in Chicago. Like the entire time, like you'd think there would be like a ton of crime and like nastiness there, but it's not. Like that mostly exists out in the suburbs apparently. But we went down like under this one street, like there's a street that goes over a street because that exists, and it's called like Wacker Street Underground or something. Really weird name, number one. Number two, really weird people were down there, and I was terrified for my life walking through there because there was a bunch of like, and I feel terrible saying this because, you know, they can't really control it. I mean, like, maybe they had a bad life, but I don't know. Just like a bunch of homeless people through there, and it smelled like pee and poop, and there was actual human feces on the ground too. Like, we walked by it, and I almost stepped in it too. That would have been fun getting off of my shoe. Speaking of poop, because I'm already off of the track on what I'm even doing, speaking of poop, have you heard of coffee enema? It's really gross. I don't know why I'm telling you about it, but you know what, whatever, we're off track now. Anyways, this video is probably boring. I'm just gonna tell you. Like, people like inject coffee into themselves, like from their butt, because it feels good, like it's warm, and just, The world is a weird place and I'm just not even ready to become a complete part of it because adulthood's coming too. Like, that's a thing that I'm gonna have to deal with soon. And people have been frustrating too, which is fun. I just love some people, you know? But yeah, that's mostly my Uber storytime / Chicago storytime / me just telling you basically whatever the heck I want and random stuff. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it on all your social medias if you really liked it. If you really liked me, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I make videos every Friday. I'll see you in the next one. Eat a cupcake and bye.